Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be responding to a video that was done on the channel The Grace Cup. Ebby was talking about open relationships and open marriages and polyamory, polyandry, polygamy, and from the video you can get that she supports such practices, and she herself, in her personal experience, she's been in an open relationship for the last 2 years. And I guess I'll preface this video by saying all thoughts here are my own, and as YouTubers we can disagree with other YouTubers and we still there's nothing we have against each other. We just hold different opinions. So be respectful in my comments and be respectful in her comments. You can disagree, but disagree with some respect. We're also human beings.
Today we're going to talk about open relationships or open marriages and polyamory. For those who don't know, polyamory is when someone is in love with more than one person. So for example, I could have 2 boyfriends who I equally love and who I have romantic feelings for. The only difference between that and cheating is that everyone involved already knows what's happening. So if I have 2 boyfriends, they both know of each other. They may not know who they are or how they look like, but they know that someone like that exists. When it comes to open marriage or an open relationship is when you are in love with one person that you're romantically involved with, but you choose to also have sex with other people. These people that you have sex with are not people that you're romantically engaged to, so you only love this one person, but you also have sex with other people that you don't have romantic feelings for. And again, the difference between an open marriage or an open relationship and cheating is that everybody involved knows about it. Personally, I have tried polyamory and now I am in an open relationship. So basically, my partner knows that I love him and I love him 100%. But from time to time, I will have sex with other people, and that does not mean that I don't love him. That does not mean that I don't want to be with him. It just means that I am human.
Ebby is a very bold person. I find her very bold for making such a video and taking a stand and sharing with her audience and all of us how she's in an open relationship and she thinks it works. And for her, or according to her, it's the best relationship any 2 people can have, which I completely disagree with. And I guess I will use this video to dive into each of her points and I guess give my take on it. So one of the things she said was she has 2 boyfriends that she equally loves, and to me this just sounded wildly ridiculous. There is no way that you love 2 people equally the same. She gave this analogy like it's like loving your children. It's like a parent loving both of their children equally the same. And I found this, it's like comparing tomatoes and oranges. It's wildly like inappropriate and widely doesn't make sense. Those 2 are not equal. Those 2 are not the same. So she posed this question to her audience: people who've been in relationships or marriages for more than 5 years, to raise their hands if you've never cheated. And that question, I found it so interesting. Is this an actual fact? Is this actually what goes on in people's marriages? Like, is it that hard to cheat? Is cheating that common? Because I find this like a wild accusation. I don't have much experience in it because most of my relationships have lasted, I think 2 years. So I guess I'm still waiting to reach that 5-year mark, and then I can confidently say. But isn't it just deciding to love one person? Isn't it just a decision? You choose to love them every day, and you choose to be faithful and loyal to them every day. Like it's not time that will make you cheat. I don't think time makes people cheat. You tell me. I personally have experience with being in an open relationship. Granted, when I was actually in an open relationship, it wasn't my choice. It was the girl driving this decision, and let me just say I was forced into it. So could this be Abby's case? Is she forcing this man into this open relationships? Because from what I remember, there's a girl that I dated once. I think I have her story time right here. There's a girl I dated, and when I met her, she told me she had a boyfriend long distance who was studying abroad, and then she had another Kenyan boyfriend here. So she asked me, so do you want to be number 3? And in that situation, like, I was already so into this girl. So this is why I say I didn't have a choice. I met a girl who was in this particular situation, and me being the Kenyan man and with my ego, I thought I could push out these other two men and become her number one main man. So do people actually choose this? Like, do people actually go out there and choose to be number one, number two, number three? Like, is it really? Is this a choice? She also talked about this point that one of her ex-boyfriends told her, if you love someone, one of the worst things you can do to them is marry them. And I also found this point, like, it's really gaslighting and really controversial. Like, is marriage such a horrible thing that this is the most horrible thing that you can do to someone you love? You can abuse them, you can cheat on them, you can steal from them. There's so many other things. You can kill them. There's so many other worse things you can do to a person than just marrying them. I find marriage is beautiful, and I have such a positive outlook for marriage because of my parents. So I found this statement wildly, like, no, I just disagree with it on all levels. As she continued to make her argument about she can love one person and have sex with other people in her life, and she feels it's okay because she doesn't have feelings for other people. And I don't think this is true, because the very fact that you're having sex, like, you have to have sex with someone you like, so those are feelings. When you're actually in the act of having sex, there are things they do for you to make it great. So let's say they're considerate, they're giving, those are feelings. So I don't understand how people say that there are no feelings involved when they're having sex with another person. You could have just as easily as just bought a toy or bought a machine. Those ones I can believe there's no feelings, that you can't have a feeling for a piece of metal or a piece of plastic. But another whole human being, they go out of their way to make it pleasurable for you and to make this a safe space and to make you comfortable. So all those are feelings. All those are feelings. She also claimed that she was happy with this arrangement of theirs, that the only way it works with an open relationship is everyone is aware of each other. They might not necessarily know who is who and how they look like, but they are actually aware of each other. And I don't see how that is a happy relationship, because bare bones, if you lay everything out on the table, if she was to go and take these two men out to dinner and they would sit from each other, I do not see that being a comfortable situation for any of them. She even admitted if one boyfriend calls her and she's with another boyfriend, she will not tell the other one that she's spending time with this one, because she feels this will invite jealousy and it's just disrespectful. So there's this whole secrecy that still revolves around it. And I personally, I don't like living under secrecy. I do not like having to hide what I'm doing or who I'm with. I just find it's too much work. It's just too much work. So do you think they're actually happy? Like, can these people actually sit down? Because I know men, there's no way two men will sit across from each other and then in the middle there's the woman they're both sleeping with, and they're all just smiling at each other. No way. Especially a Kenyan man. No way. Any man, no. She also talks about this fact that you cannot get everything you want from one partner. And I completely agree. There's no one person who is built 100% for you, 100% compatible for you. And to me, the best case scenario, you will get someone who's 80% of what you want. 80%. So even if you jump to another person, they're also not wholly for you. They're 80% what you want, then the rest. So you cannot really just combine these people and try to make this into one man that you want and you're comfortable with. Yeah, I understand the whole trying to see what is out there, but isn't there such a thing as being content? Like, I've been in relationships where, like, I'm content with who I'm with. I know they're not 100% of what I want, but this 80% is just great enough to just make me feel I'm content and I'm happy with what I have. And I can generally focus on other things of my life. She also talks about how open relationships are the best relationships, and this is just wildly inaccurate. There are people who are in monogamous relationships who are happy. There are people who are single and they're pretty happy. So this is not the best relationship. I don't think she should sell this as an idea to everyone. Maybe it works for some people, maybe it doesn't. Me, I completely do not want this kind of relationship, because to me it's just too messy. Also, this thing about intimacy. Ebby, how do you deal with intimacy in your relationships. Like, I can understand, like, trying to date two people. How do you keep track of who you told this or who you told this or who you are intimate about to this or this? Is it like, when I'm with one person, there are certain things I tell them, there are certain things I share. And if I had to repeat it for another person, I'd felt like I'm repeating myself, or I'd feel like it's just not that special. Just not that special anymore. And how do you keep track of things these men actually tell you? Because I can see a situation where you get stories mixed up, or you think someone told you this, but kumbe it was this other person, and messy. And I was having a discussion with my friends about this particular situation of hers, and we were wondering what happens when she gets pregnant. One, she won't know who the father is exactly, because, yeah, two men. And two, do you think either of them will be happy that you're having this baby? Like, do you think the person who's not the father will be happy that you're having someone else's baby? Do you think that's a possibility? Do you think that can work, actually? Because I really like to see how this actually unfolds. Because as a man, very few men will actually raise someone else's baby, or even date a woman who's carrying someone else's baby. It's a very messy. Then as she talked about the reasons why, she talked about open relationships as a cure to cheating. She doesn't support cheating, and I guess she said cheating is a small issue for her. And this I totally disagree. It's not just the cheating, the physical act of sex, that makes these relationships end. It is the fact that all these things that enable this cheating, the lying, the disloyalty, the shame, the unfaithfulness, the breaking of vows, the not keeping promises, the selfishness, it's all these things around it that actually breaks down a relationship. It's not just that physical act of sex. Very few people actually care about it, but it's all these things surrounding it that complicates it so much. And I'm one of those people, cheating will actually end it for me. Like, that is deal breaker. So anyway, guys, that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.